The third Super Bowl meeting between the Cowboys and the Steelers has brought to mind some great names. O'Donnell and Aikman here in the present, Staubach and Bradshaw from the past. But there's another former quarterback whose story is unfolding far from this Super Bowl in Tempe, Arizona. Bob Costas went to find it.
I stay up. I walk. If it gets real cold, I seek some temporary shelter. A building, a store, or I stay for a few minutes, warm up, keep walking, stay up, especially if it's real cold. I'm not gonna lay down. If it gets real cold, I keep moving.
It's been a long journey since Joe Gilliam became the first black starting quarterback in the NFL. He led the Steelers to a 4-1-1 record to open the '74 season. But then Chuck Noll turned to Terry Bradshaw, and it was Bradshaw who quarterbacked the Steelers to their first Super Bowl.
There's no doubt that you were subject to racism in the form of incidents and hate mail, and the Steeler organization received it too. There's no doubt about those attitudes existing then and to some extent still existing now. But do you think race had anything to do with the decision to remove you as the starting quarterback? Because someone could argue, hey, Gilliam was good, Bradshaw was better.
Again, I'm not going to buy that. Yeah, he won 4 Super Bowls, and he was the quarterback. But he wasn't any better than me. I know it. He knows it.
I thought that he was the quarterback of the now and in the future of Pittsburgh. I actually looked at him and saw a guy that I thought was better than me. I've never thought that, and I actually thought that of Joe.
And I hear people say, boy, you ought to be sitting up there with Bradshaw on TV. I'm where I'm supposed to be.
After one more Super Bowl season in Bradshaw's shadow, Gilliam's career unraveled. He turned to drugs and soon was out of the NFL. Then came a series of arrests and finally a conviction for armed robbery. The truth is, Gilliam grew up in a stable home, the son of a coach. Now 45, he didn't come from the streets. He wound up on the streets.
Several people have said, including your ex-wife, including a newspaper columnist, longtime friend of yours, guy you've known for years, don't give Joe Gilliam money anymore. Not because you don't care about him, but because at least some of that money is going to go to drugs. And the only way that his life is going to turn around is if people cut him off and force him to make that choice.
That's not true. Point blank. That's not true.
What part's not true?
The part that some parts of it are going to go to drugs. You know, because a guy has a drug-related history and doesn't have anywhere to stay, doesn't mean he uses drugs.
When was the last time you used drugs?
It's been a while. That's what I'm going to say.
What's a while?
I'm going to say a while.
You know, somebody watching this is going to say, even if my sympathies are with him, if he's saying a while could be 2 hours, a while could be a week, a while could be a month.
And they can construe it how they want.
Do you have a problem today with drugs?
Today, no. I'll have a problem with drugs for the rest of my life. I'm an addicted person, so it'll never go away.
Now, among the Nashville streets, the former Tennessee State star roams is the one that gave him his nickname.
Jefferson Street's changed, and so have I.
The comparison, though, was to Joe Namath. He was Broadway Joe.
Exactly.
He had a strong arm and a quick release.
Exactly.
And that's what you had. He had a little bit of flair, more than a little, and that's what you had.
Exactly.
He even wore white shoes occasionally. So if he was Broadway Joe, you were Jefferson Street Joe.
Exactly.
Magical football memories remain, but they are far from today's reality. Gilliam acknowledges he's contemplated suicide, but he says a memory stops him.
You had a sister who committed suicide.
Yeah.
Here.
Yeah.
The student here.
Yeah.
One of those dormitory windows right up there.
Yeah. Yeah. And I remember the pain. So I'm not going to take my family through that again.
Gilliam's parents now have the 2 Super Bowl rings he once hawked to buy drugs. Rings he won under the guidance of Chuck Noll, the coach Gilliam speaks of with respect.
Chuck Noll told me one time, he said, Joe, you like to have fun. said, yeah, Coach. He said, you're going to fund your way right out of this league. And he was right. In the beginning, it was fun. But soon after, it wasn't fun anymore. It isn't fun now.
What's your path out of this?
I think that I will be alive and that I will prosper as long as I stay sober.
In fact, for Joe Gilliam, that is the question, isn't it? Because while he has been clean in stretches, he has also been in rehabilitation programs before. One thing Joe does have going for him, a number of family and friends in Nashville who are prepared to support him if he gets into and stays in a rehab program.